If you can remember, I mentioned proteins. When talking about proteins, I mentioned the proteins are polymers. Proteins are polymers, but lipids are not polymers. Lipids are not polymers. They are not polymers. Polymer means a molecule which is made up of some units. Therefore, lipids are not polymers. Right. So these are some common facts about the lipids. Now, last week we wrote these things in our note, and today I am going to start a new part of these lipids. That means when we consider about the living organisms, these lipids are very important to produce energy. And lipids are important to make structures of the living organisms. They are very important to produce energy as well as they are produced to make structures of the living organisms. Now, energy means when we eat lipids in our diet, when we have a lipid-rich diet, what happens? Now these lipids are getting digested and also produce lipids again in our body, and they are deposited in different places of the body. The extra lipids we have are deposited in different places, especially under our skin. Under the skin, under the human skin, under the human skin, there is a layer, a tissue layer, which is called adipose tissue. Adipose tissue. So under this adipose tissue, the human lipids are deposited under the skin. Because that is why when some people are become fat, because of the fat deposition under the skin, fat or lipids, they get deposited. So what is the reason for depositing this fat under the skin? That is for the future purpose. That means to make energy in future. Because when we have lack of energy in the body, what happens? These fats get dissolved and used to produce energy. Like carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are also converted into glucose and they will use to produce energy in aerobic respiration. Lipids also, when they deposit under the skin, they also be used to produce energy in the body. And most important fact is, when we comparing a glucose molecule and a lipid molecule, glucose molecule and lipid molecule produce more energy. Lipid produce more energy than glucose. That's the other advantage of having lipids. Therefore, lipids serve as the main storage substance of energy. Main storage substance of the energy. Lipids. Lipids serve as the main storage substance. The energy is stored as lipids. Then two methods. One thing is energy is stored as glycogen in the body as a carbohydrate. And also these lipids are stored as lipids in the body, organism's body. Right. Now, and also I mentioned that the lipids serve as a structural component. Some lipids are used to produce structures in the body. The best example, if you can remember, when I mentioned about the cell membrane, I said that there are three major components present in the cell membrane: phospholipids, carbohydrates, and proteins. Phospholipid. Phospholipid is a lipid which is used to make our cell membrane. Therefore, the lipids are very important, playing a very important role in producing energy as well as producing structures. And also, there's another one. When we consider the living organism, the lipids available among the living organisms, there are three major types of lipids available among the living organisms. One type of lipid is called triglyceride. Other type of lipid is called phospholipids. Other one is called steroids. These are the three major types of lipids present among living organisms: triglycerides, phospholipids, and steroids. The most common one is triglyceride. That is the lipid which is deposited under our skin. That is the lipid we consume as a food source, as plant oil, coconut oil, sesame oil, the olive oil, animal fat. All these oil, the lipids are belonging to the triglyceride. Understood? They are triglycerides. So then these triglyceride and the other one is phospholipid, as I mentioned you earlier. Phospholipids are used to produce or make the cell membrane structure. The structure cell membrane is produced by phospholipids. And steroids are also very important type of lipid, because these steroids are very supportive to produce hormones in our body. Hormones are very important to do coordination in the body. Hormones: estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, aldosterone. Like hormones, some hormones, okay, not all the hormones, because some hormones are protein molecules. Some hormones are steroids. They are lipids, group of lipids. And also the vitamins like D vitamin. D vitamin is a steroid. And also, you know, the well-known compound cholesterol. Cholesterol is also necessary for the body. This cholesterol is also steroid. Cholesterol. Okay. Cholesterol is one of the components in the cell membrane. So therefore, these lipids are playing very important role among the living organisms. So what is the most common type? Triglycerides. They are the fats deposited under the skin. They are the fats produced by the plants. Okay. And phospholipids are used to produce structure of the cell membrane. And steroids serve as hormones, vitamins, and sometimes cholesterol. So these are the functions. And I said that the most common type is triglyceride. Remember, normally when you learn about the fats, you may hear that the lipids or the fats are made up of glycerol and fatty acids. The lipids are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. Remember, triglycerides are the ones which are made up of glycerol and fatty acids. Phospholipids have different structures. Steroids have different structures. Other types of lipids have different structures. But the triglycerides, what is the most common one among the living organisms, are made up of glycerol and fatty acids. Remember. So then in one triglyceride molecule, there is a glycerol molecule. That's a one glycerol molecule. It is connected to three fatty acids. Glycerol is connected to three fatty acids. That's fatty acid. Fatty acid. Fatty acid. Three fatty acids are connected to glycerol molecule in triglycerides. So commonly we name it as fat and oil. Fat and oil. The fat and oil are made up of a glycerol molecule and three fatty acid molecules. There are different kinds of fatty acid molecules. That is why there are differences between these fats and oils. Coconut oil, the olive oil, sesame oil. There are different types of oils available. So then all are sharing this common characteristic, this common molecule type, but because of the different fatty acids, they change their properties. Properties will change because of their fatty acids. So then what is this molecule? This is the one which is named as triglyceride. So normally we name them as fat and oils. Fats and oils. I think now it's clear to you. Because as I mentioned you, there are three types of common types of lipids available in living organisms. They are triglycerides, phospholipids, and steroids. Triglycerides are the common type of lipid present in living organisms, especially that is the lipid which deposit in the living organism, and also which is used by the organisms for their energy purpose to produce energy. Triglycerides are very important. Phospholipids are the ones which are producing our structure, cell membrane structure. And the steroids are served as hormones, vitamin D, and cholesterol. And as I mentioned you, the triglyceride, the most common one, most available one, the structure is made up of glycerol and three fatty acids. So this is the structure available there. The glycerol molecule is connected to three fatty acid molecules. The bonds present there are called ester bonds. Ester bonds. Fatty acids are connected to the glycerol molecule by ester bonds.